Alright, so I've gone ahead, I actually went in and did a little bit of stuff off camera, but not very much. I painted the rest of the flesh tone, which was just the pure flesh tone. I thinned it very little, and I just kind of went over areas that were kind of rough, where the paint was kind of thin and you could see through it and there were spots and stuff like that. So, that's what his face looks like. I also went through, I made a very, very thin, I mixed, it was basically like a drop of the flesh color with white, and that's what I used for the eyes, so they look more natural. And I just painted black dots over top of that, and I kind of washed over it. So that's where the head looks right now. I'm very happy, very happy. This looks really good to me. So I still need to give his head a wash, but he's been glossed entirely. So I'll probably give him another gloss coat before it's all over. Because the way I was going to do this is I was going to wash everything and then start painting the rest. But that seemed a little bit foolish. So he is gloss coated so that at least what's done is protected. Because I'm really happy with the way this has come out so far. I don't want to mess that up. So it'll be easier to undo any damage that's done now than if I had not gloss coated this and I just kind of went back and had to dip anything or remove any paint or go over anything. So the next thing I'm going to do is paint my reds, which is around the neck. There's the edges of the cape and the sleeves. Those are all going to be done in red. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of red paint. Don't need too much. Mix this up a little bit. And let's well. Alright, I guess that'll be good enough. It's not a whole lot, so we should be alright with that. Then let's take our pipette. Mix that up and see if that looks good. It's a little thin, so I can get a little bit more paint. That's a little better. Okay. Now, just gonna take my brush, kind of dip it in here, make sure I get some of the excess off. And I'm gonna do the sleeves first, and then I'll get into the rest. And it's starting to run. This is a little too thin, so I guess I need a little bit more red. But that's not too much of a problem. Fortunately, the rest of the suit is going to be like a darker color, so this should cover up pretty easily. And what doesn't get covered up will get covered up with a wash when I'm done. So, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, that is much better. It's not running at all. Excuse me. Okay, so the sleeves are done. I'm actually going to take this brush and try and soak up a little bit of this excess paint. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, so now I'm going to take this thin brush, this really thin, small brush. Actually, I should probably use a smaller one. That'll be fine, never mind. And I'm going to dip it in the red, and I'm going to go around these edges right here, just to get this edge here of the cape. And that kind of simulates like the underside of the cape, so you can, it adds the feel that it's, I guess, an actual material. Go ahead and go in here with a bigger brush on the bottom. That way I get a little bit more even coverage. Alright. There we go. The red outlining is done. Now I just need to get this tiny area around the neck. And hopefully, I can just go in here like this. Very carefully. Trying to use the instructions as a guide. Because some of this stuff is really small and you can't really tell what's a line and what's not a line and what is supposed to go where. Excuse me. There's the neck piece. It's not the, oh, not the cleanest. I need to go in there a little bit more right here and touch some of this up. But yeah, so for the most part you get the idea. I'll go touch the rest of this up off camera, and make sure that this is nice and done. I believe next I'm going to go in with the blues, get those out of the way. That will be the majority of the body, the pants, and the jacket. And then I will do black, and then I will do yellows, and I'll do the hair last. And then he will get a final gloss coat, and then a wash to bring out all the details in the face and on the chest and stuff like that. And that'll cover up any like tiny mistakes that I make. And yeah, so give me 1 second to kind of finish doing this, and then I'll mix up my blue and we can move on to the next bit. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, I've gone ahead and mixed up my my blue color, and that's gonna go all on the main body here and on the pants. So I guess I should hold him like this. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of put this in there and do the best we can to, I guess, keep it in line or whatever. It's not that big of a deal because the next color that's going to go down on top of that is black. So as long as we don't go too crazy, I think we'll be okay. Try not to put it on too thick so it doesn't cover up any details. Like the excuse me, God, like the zipper or whatever, where the shirt would button up or close up in the front. But I'm sure, God, I'm sure all that'll level itself out. So I used a Tamiya regular blue, and I've added a little bit of red and a little bit of white to get this color.